has a right of first refusal. America's first competition talk show.
The Hub is engaging.
Talk Life.
Good day to you. It is Wednesday, May 12th. I'm your host, Joel Aaron, welcoming you to the Hub Internet Show, where all this week we are joined by our panelists, brand new set of panelists. Daniel, who's on the program for the first time, our very own Dr. Freedom. Maybe you've heard of him before. Dr. Joel, I'm sitting between two doctors this morning, and Benita Dalton, who adds class to the establishment. And we're glad to have you on the program. We're glad to have you guys here. And I want to jump right into it. By the way, last week's winner was Damon Green. Damon on the program from the viewer votes. We're going to have a face-off debate later in this segment of the show, and you can vote all week on Wednesday by voting in the comments section of the YouTube video. We'll name the winner, whether it's Daniel this week or Benita at the end of the week next Wednesday. So that's the way the game is played. I want to jump right into it. There's a guy named Rolando Nagal in Philadelphia, in Miami actually, just recently, who was training for Transportation Security Administration. And he actually was, they were going through how to use the X-ray machine to identify problems and people that might bring things on the plane. Well, he got in a fight with a guy that was training with him because the guy made a indecent comment about his little wee-wee. And this is a wee bit discriminatory, I do think. And I think, is this one more reason why we should really peel back the layers here and think twice about instituting
Please don't
these
peel
things?
back the layers.
Benita,
Don't peel back the layers. Thank you. I'll take your word
They've
for
been
it.
peeled back enough.
I mean, when you have TSA officials, men legitimately trying to get work in this recession economy, and they're getting given a hard time about the size of their wee-wee, all because we're trying to be secure in the name of security. I think we need to think twice about this. I think we need to think twice about subjecting men to this kind of sexual frustration. Benita, what do you think?
Well, I recall what Jeff Foxworthy said about this, and yes, I love Jeff Foxworthy. He said, my wife says that I shouldn't worry about it. Honey, it's not the size of the ship, it's the motion of the ocean. And he says, yeah, but have you tried to row the Atlantic in a kayak? So...
Your arms are still going to get pretty tired. So, Daniel, your summary. Do we get rid of this technology or not? It's making men feel less of men.
Well, if they had a big cup of ice to chew on while they were going through this, I think it'd make it a little easier.
Yeah, because that's been tied to ice chewing was tied to sexual frustration.
I believe so.
Okay.
Come on. I think you need to look at this from a more creative and financial perspective. This could be used by the government to help reduce our national debt. Let me tell you how. Because what we're going to do, think of all these dating sites. You've got the Match.com and so on, and Chemistry and Harmony and all this stuff. You tell me that there aren't women that would say, if you sort of captured these photos, linked them to the guy that's going through there, put them on a website and said, here's this guy, check out the package, and you can pick from them and send an email to who you want to. You don't think that they would pay money to have that information available to them. This is a way to reduce our national debt.
The process of elimination, I like it.
And is that a platform issue for you? A little secret, Dr. Freedom is running for lieutenant governor.
Lieutenant governor as a write-in candidate, and also if you elect me as governor as a write-in candidate as well, I will combine those two offices into one. It will be the Colonel of Georgia, and we will serve mint juleps at the Colonel's Mansion on West Paces Fair. We will reduce the size of the government and provide benefits to the people of Georgia.
And if you make a campaign contribution right now, you get a free magazine, right? You want to say this?
Absolutely. We have a Second Amendment. The doctor was at the a supporter of the Second Amendment's facility earlier and picked up some information.
Okay, and website is...
actually on Facebook, Dr. Freedom for Georgia's Governor, Lieutenant Governor 2010.
Now you have the rest of the story. All right, we're going to move into the real story because Dr. Joel's been waiting patiently. After all, he's the good doctor, and I'm not saying this guy isn't, but I don't want to get into politicking on the show. But he's been waiting for the serious topic. Here's the serious topic.
Well, I was concerned about the
Were you
reducing the size of the budget, so he probably has a problem with the reduction issue going through the screener with the little wee problem that he has. So I can understand why he has a problem with that. But
like we said, we don't want to peel back the layers in this case.
I don't want to peel back the layers on that thing. That's for sure.
Well, this is kind of an interesting story recently in Philadelphia. It was actually last week. The Phillies were playing St. Louis at a baseball game, and there was a teenager who ran out on the field. Now, normally this wouldn't be a big issue, but what happened was the cops chased him around the outfield for a few minutes and remedied the situation by tasering the kid. They tasered him, knocked him out for about 30 seconds, and then, he's up and they haul him off. But the point is here, the real question is, did he get the girl? That's the real question. Whether he got tasered or not. The other real question might be is how far is too far for cops to step in to maintain the peace, so to speak, and restore order. Dr. Joel, we need something intelligent at this point in the conversation.
Well, I think because the police didn't have their net handy like they would in the Keystone Cop days, I think the taser was fine to reduce the poor teen to a wasted blob on the infield. So I think it was fine, and I think the debate is, was it excessive force by the police?
Yeah, was it excessive?
And others say, well, no, it was too excessive. But no, I don't think it was excessive at all, and I think it.
Benita, I mean, the real question here is it's a baseball game. If he were at a hockey game or something like that, or a football game, this kind of activity would be encouraged. People would be cheering him on.
I'm from South Africa. Don't ask me about excessive police force, please. I grew up through apartheid.
Okay, well, so you have.
I think tasing the kid on the field.
In this case,
and
what?
Actions have consequences.
So
for the kid?
That it was,
For the kid,
absolutely. Life is an if-then statement.
So you're saying that the kid would be scarred for life if this was way too far over the top?
And absolutely not.
Absolutely not. Okay,
I'm saying he deserved it.
I think that it was their pride was kind of getting in the way. They might not have been able to, they might have been losing their breath. And, you know what, we can't catch this kid, let's taser him.
No,
they were having trouble catching.
They had to get the game started. That would have been. That would have been. It was an imminent threat.
And they didn't, like Dr. Joel said, they didn't have the net. So
if they didn't, I guess you could make the
21st
point.
century net, the taser gun.
If they didn't get the game over with and they went 13 innings because they couldn't get this kid to stop, that would be an imminent threat to school the next day. Yeah. So you got to take the law, I guess, at some point. All right, face-off debate. Time for a face-off debate. We've got an interesting topic today. Benita lined up against Daniel, and the topic is traffic cameras at intersections being used to write tickets for communities. Are they a good idea? Are they a good way to raise revenue? Are they just way over the top and unnecessary? 90 seconds on the clock, 45 seconds per person. Benita, ladies first. Go.
They're a terrible idea because, first of all, people try to race the cameras. They know that the camera's on that the camera is there. They want to beat the camera. They cause more accidents that way. Police are using that as a source of revenue, and it has not been proven to be a safety measure. So every time they talk about public safety, it has not been proven to cause any fewer accidents. In fact, it's been shown to cause more accidents with people trying to race through there.
Okay, so it encourages people to get a little bit of a lead foot. 45 seconds on the clock for the rebuttal. Daniel, go.
Well, one thing I know that being from California, when Orange County went bankrupt, they started giving tickets for everything left and right. The smallest, most minute things, like you had a light out in your license plate on the back, and you got stopped and got a ticket. So I think once they started doing the cameras, all those stupid little tickets stopped being given out, and it was the money, they were getting the money back that way. So in a way, it can, it's going to help, I think, as far as making money and
all right,
bringing some revenue into the city.
Okay, so Benita wants to have the freedom to use her lead foot, and Daniel, on the other hand, wants them to have a way to process it all
More money.
efficiently and get more money. Your votes on the comments section of the YouTube video will let you know who wins next week, Daniel or Benita. We'll see you tomorrow on The Hub.